Hey, 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 hey. Hello. 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 Bye, bye, bye. Bye bye. Bye Good evening. Good afternoon. Hello. 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 I think I'm ready, no? Bah, 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 bah. Bah, bah, bah. I think so. I think so. Let's go. Hello, boys and girls, plane shifters of the world. Welcome, welcome to another stream of Plane Shift, where we develop our game because we can, without any constraint, without any issues, right? Just pure fun developing our game because we like it. That's what we do here. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Fantastic music. Thank you, Ruslan, for this music that was created many years ago for us, and still today is getting played. Has been played thousands of times, if not more, by people in game and by me on the stream. And yeah, I think we have very nice music overall. Overall. Oh, there is a picture of the day. These people are doing what? Auctioning something? Probably they are auctioning something. It is possible. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. Okay, I think I'm ready to start, huh? We start. I was distracted by some messages and stuff. Pum pum para pum. Pum pum para pum. Okay. Let me switch things because I'm still reading some messages and stuff. Bit distracted. No. Let's change the music and let's go. So what we are trying to fix, right? Where the hello Hula, by the way. You said you want more music. Are the composers still somewhere? Actually, we have some composers in our player base, but I asked them to produce something and they said yes, but then they didn't do it. You know, it's very easy to say yes and then to para pa para pa para. So I have identified the one from the beginning. No, not the one from the beginning, but someone else that is a composer. I think is Zakena. Zakena is the name, I think. He or she said that is a musician and he's a player. And I asked, hey, can you produce something? And said, maybe, but then didn't happen. So I was trying to fix this phishing problem, right? And what happens, right, is very heavy. I can show you. So basically what happens is that Meat Boy Sad Music is the name of this song. But it's actually very nice. It's a bit sad music, but it's good, I think. Bam, bam, bam. I think one day I will learn to play the piano. I don't know when, probably when I will be retired, but I will do it. I play the keyboards, right, in my youth, but okay, so this is the thing, right? If you fish, and then you immediately exit, right? You immediately exit, everything works properly. Because your character is back to the normal stance, right? If I, by the way, I don't know why the bobber is this way instead of being this way, but fine. If I cast, right? If I cast, and now I removed the part of the cast where the bobber is going to the ground, and I removed all of that. And then I exit, right? My character is stuck, you see? It's stuck in the fishing status. So the freaking question is why. So and this is the bug I want to fix today, right? And what I understood is that what I understood is that if I disconnect this piece, it's still happening, right? Now we may try this, right? We may try to disconnect this and just do this, but I think that this will not trigger it, I'm pretty sure, but we can try. Just, you know, to use a kind of a quick sort algorithm. Divide it by 2 and see what happens. But I'm pretty sure that up to here it actually works. But let's see. And by the way, hello everyone, welcome. Hey, thank you for joining. It's always nice to see people joining the stream and participating in this crazy project that we have. I choose to make an MMO in the spare time. Is yeah, kind of a crazy idea, but that's what it is. And actually it is released. That's the best part. I was using production data because with the dummy database, for whatever reason, we couldn't fish properly. I don't know, things were just not working. So I just gave up and I'm using the production copy to test this. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Pressing C, casting. Actually, it's not casting because we removed the casting. And then yeah, you see that this way it works properly, right? So the problem is the connection between this and this. Is the connection between this and this. So there is something happening here that is messing up our graph. I don't know. So let's check what we are doing. So we are taking the fisher. The fisher is actually the player that is fishing. Then we get the player controller. This should be no problem. Then we do this, request fishing animation. Consider that this one is server replicated, right? So we go server side with this. We go server side with this. Request to broadcast the fishing animation for this character to all players. Displays only the initial cast animation, then the animation states take over. So basically we execute this, right? We execute this request fishing animation. Here we are on the server side, right? And what do? We do a broadcast harvest. And the broadcast harvest. My question would be, who is stopping that animation, by the way? Because it is doing nothing else, right? It is really doing nothing else than playing the harvest animation for this character. It's doing nothing else. Receive harvest animation. Play animation montage. I think the only problem of this is that I think this one is one of the montages that doesn't end, right? Because as you can see here, this one has the fish, which is actually casting the net, casting the line, and then he has the fishing idle when this is actually a constant loop, right? So our character remains in this loop forever, and this montage is never stopped, right? It's never stopped. So what I'm thinking is that this request to stop fishing should broadcast again. I don't know if it's the best way to do it actually, but in theory should broadcast again the stop of all montages, right? Actually does it with receive his fishing animation is fishing. I think it's again on PS character. Yeah, but this one is only doing this. I think we can do a bit more than this. I think we can also stop the additional montage, because I think that the montage is yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So maybe before this or after. I think there is a stop all montages that I don't remember if we already used or not. Stop all montages. No, we did it in a bad place. Montage stop. I mean, actually, we can just stop the harvesting one, right? Because we know that is the harvesting one. We know. We know. Event receive stop montage on client. Is this stopping everything or no? I think it's stopping everything. So we can say we can say that if but we have to go player controller just to stop a freaking montage. I mean, isn't the montage stop from where? Isn't the montage stop from yeah, exactly, stop from here. I mean, I can just call this and GG. I don't think I have anything more difficult to do than just calling this. I just have to do it when obviously my branch, right, when animation is false. So now the weird thing is that despite this, but we will test it now. We will test it now. We will test it, my boys. We will test it. Okay. Let's see if stopping the animation at least resets the... Okay. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I think the bug is fixed. The only thing that I don't understand is, are we still in his fishing or not? This is what I don't understand. Because from the debug, right, when we were arriving in this view, in this moment, right, it was like looking that like we were still somehow in a fishing state, but I don't think it's possible because we are not no moving state standing. Okay, so I think we fixed it, boys. I think that we fixed it. So we will do this. We will reattach. So I think it was just a mat. We will reattach this. I will try to remove this thing. I don't know how to delete it, but can I delete it? No, I cannot. Probably now. Okay. So we will try this way. Now the wall animation and bobber and everything is actually set up, right? And we will see if now it works as expected. So you should be able to get out of the fishing state. Let me just wait that it loads everything and then we will see. Okay. Swoop. So we want to stop, for example, here. Okay, pretty good. We want to stop while we are casting, like here. Okay, pretty good. We want to stop when we are actually catching the fish. We have to wait a bit that the fish is... Fuck, I messed up. No! Okay, but this is a good test anyway. Okay, if the fish escape... Okay, I think it's working now. I think it's not getting stuck anymore, but we can try. Let me try to catch a fish actually. I hope it's not a super hard fish, but... Where is it going? Like? Nearly there. No! I messed up. Fuck. No! Fish escaped. Crap. But anyway, I think it works, guys. Let's do it while we are moving. Like now. Okay. I think it's working, guys. I think we fixed it. I think we fixed it. I don't remember if there was a bug on this. We can search it and see if there was a bug on fishing. Several fishing issue. Harvest fishing cannot swim harvest fish from the same place. For me, so fishing animation and fishing pole. Different fishes should have different attributes. That would be nice. Several fishing issue. After exiting the fishing mode, the character become unable to rotate. Okay, this is the one, right? So, number one is fixed. Number two, I don't know. Maybe we will get it back to what it is. Replacement of a bait does not work as expected. I cannot return the current bait set from an ending inventory. Picks the set with my point, but only a single item drop in the inventory. The rest is set returned back to the hand with no way can be stored one by one. Further, once I try to replace the current bait set with another bait set, a single item of a new set gets consumed by hand but does not appear in the hand. What? My left hand was full of different baits, and those were not of types good recently. On top of the stack, there was, for example, a feline bait. When I have moved to my inventory, my hand was. Yeah, the bait stack is fucked. I know. After running out of extra bait, I restarted the game. It's a miracle left hand was not empty again. I have started fishing another fishing with an empty hook. Type of bait was different almost every time. According to the another restart, another 8 baits in hand. Yeah, the removal of the baits in the end doesn't work. That's pretty much what is going on. Okay. Yeah, we need to fix this one. We need to fix this one about the baits getting crazy. I asked some of you if you could help in figuring this out, right? And some of you actually did something. Some of you actually did something. So someone said I can read the text or I can copy paste it here, but there is a. What is that? I seen it today. I see. Is in general. Is in the general channel. Maybe I can copy paste it so we can read it. Let's copy paste all of this. Let's copy paste all of this and let's put it in a random whatever. In a random place like this. Okay. Yeah, so apart from the mess, this means yesterday at. This in Italian means yesterday at. But so I asked below. I asked someone if he could give me a reproducible set of steps for this fishing bug. So definitely experienced this one before. I can do some fishing and see if I can find a way. I think if you use a bunch of bait and log out and log back in, if you want to have the appear in your hand again. I remember my Indian model commenting, "Oh, neat plane shift is delivering rewards now." So I think we can maybe do this, right? Can we just prove it like that? Let's just try this one, right? So basically what she's saying or he's saying is that if I have a number of baits in my hand and then I log out and log in, right? I basically get the same stack of baits again in my inventory, right? So if that happens, that is already a serious bug that we can tackle and fix, right? Let's see this. Bam 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. So if this happens now, that's already a thing. Yeah, you see, it doesn't happen to me though. So we had one bait, we still have one bait, right? Ah! Here it is. Okay. We somehow reproduced it. We somehow reproduced it. Okay. This should not have happened, right? This should not have happened. Slot 1. Code movement slot match for one stacked item. From container -2 slot 1 to container -1 slot 36. Exactly. The question is why? Why? Okay, let me try. I think we have a positive thingy. We have I mean we reproduced the right. I think we did. I think we did. Okay, so what I want to see, that's Kikiri meat, right? Yeah, I want to see exactly this, right? I want to see exactly this. Kikiri meat bait, left hand 29. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you see this? We have we have 3 times, right? We have 3 times the bait in our hands. I think I'm starting to understand what is happening. I think what is happening is that the code is trying to consume one element from the stack and is messing up and is not and is actually creating a duplicate. I think that is what is happening. So let's do this. Let's stop the server. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. So now in theory we have only one stack of 29 items in my left hand. And the first thing that I would like to see is if that is actually allowed. And if we see a 29, right? I want to see if we see a 29. Hello, Zirfe TV. Hey, the eternal question, why? The eternal answer, because we can. Because we can. Pum 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 pum. Okay. So we actually see 29 baits, right? We see 29 baits. So let's fish only once, okay? Let's fish only once and we see what happens, okay? So we throw the line, we cast the line, we weigh the fish, we don't catch it, so anyway the item has been consumed. So the 29 should go to 28. Right? The 29 should... Come on, fish. Come on, fishy fishy. You can do it, fishy fishy. No, we just let it go. I'm not pressing anything. Okay, fish escaped. Okay, fish escaped. At this point, look at this, huh? I see a 28 here, but if I look in this view, I think this is duplicated. Let me see if it's real or if it's not real. I hope it is, so that we replicate the bug and maybe we fix it. Nope, it didn't. He actually properly reduced the bait to 28. So in this case, it didn't do the mess. In this case, it did not do the mess. Why? Okay, let's try to do this 2 times. Right? Let's do it 2 times. Maybe it requires to change a stack twice to show the bug. Maybe we can just catch a bit of it. We can just half catch it. Okay, here I will just mess up all the... I will just mess up all the moves. Oh fuck, this one was correct. Yeah, let's do another one. So now we should be 27, right? Yes, 27. I don't understand though why. I mean, it seems to be working fine, is what I'm saying. So now it should be 26. Yeah, so how did we duplicate? I don't understand. How did we get the duplicated one, right? That I don't understand. How did we get the duplicated one? If I split stack from there. Okay, let's try to split stack. Now I have 25 and 1. Is this correct or not? 25 and 1. Yes, it is correct. I have 25 and 1. So how the hell did we end up with the... It is 26. And now it's 26 again. Okay, let's do this. Let's try to consume it completely. Let's try to split only 1. Then I take all the 25. I move them here. No, maybe let's do 2. 2 I think is a good number. So he has to split the stack. So we only have 2 baits equipped, okay? We only have 2 baits. And then we will read more the message. Maybe there was more information there, I don't know. Or maybe I have to catch a fish. No, I don't think so, because the consumer of the bait, the consumption of the bait already happened, right? So as soon as the bobber catch the water, arrives at the water, is the the bait is consumed. Okay, so now in theory we have consumed both baits, right? Here it is. Here it is. So for whatever reason, right, when we consume all the items, there is still one left in the database. That is very strange, but let me see. Yep. You see that the database still has one bait, but my character does not have one bait, and actually we consumed exactly 2. So this 24 is correct, the empty is correct, but in the database there is for sure a bug because I still have my left hand one, so this one has not been deleted. This is very, very, very strange considering that all our inventory system is, tested since many years. But I think that what is the difference is that in this case we are consuming from the left hand until it finishes. And for whatever reason, okay, so okay, let me see if I understand what is going on, because now we have a trail, right? We have a way to find this bug, but we need to find now where in the code that happens, and then we have to fix it. So copying item, Kikiri meat bait, clone it, owner install a split stack to make new stack of one item, update inventory status, remove one item from item index 158, parent slot, do you think that this happened? Let me check the time. 2010. Yeah, I think this was while I was fishing, right? I don't understand too much this copying one item, clone it, but I think this is when I probably split the stack. Right? This is when I split the stack. And then there is this remove one item from item index. Let me do it again because I don't understand. Well, even if now I'm in an inconsistent. Bam, 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 bam. Um, this remember me when I had greater than 0 issue. I forgot the equal. Yeah, it can be something like that. It can be something like that. But yeah, what is happening is that there is a kind of a duplication. Right? There is a kind of a duplication. So... So it looks like the duplication happens only when... yeah, but let me redo it. Let me redo it because I want to see exactly the sequence. But I think we have a trace here. Okay, so like this we are clean, right? Yeah, like this we are clean. We only have one stack in our inventory. I think it may happen also with one item only, but I don't know. We can try. Yeah, let's try if it happens also with one item only, or if it only happens with the stack, right? And by the way, this means that it happens with the arrows as well for the bow. So there is definitely a consumption bug, right? So while you are consuming the items, is messing up. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Oh. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. This is a pretty bad bug anyway, because it's basically giving you more items that you have, so... it's actually pretty bad. Okay, let's try with one only. Let's try with one only. And we will just let it fail. We will just let it fail, my boys. Okay. So we try with one. Wait, cannot do this, otherwise we will delete the item. Yeah. It happens also with one. So the problem is really to consume the stack fully. So it seems that the consume doesn't understand when the stack is gone. Okay. That's good. Okay, so the only thing I need to understand is when is this happening? Remove one item from item index 158, removing blah 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 from inventory at blah blah blah. In theory it should be slightly different though, because by the way, I don't understand this 158. What the fuck is that 158? Huh? What is it? Ah, it's the index. It's probably the internal. It's probably the internal inventory index. Removing item in slot. That is removing item blah 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 from inventory. Okay. So we are here somehow, right? And this arrives from remove item index. What is this? Commented for laziness. Commented for laziness is very bad. No, I don't think it's still weird, but I don't think that is impacting our problem. Default is default -1 is to drop all in stack. If count is less than 0 or count is greater than... Okay, this understand. But anyway, remove all items in a stack, right? So... this is doing the thing, but I don't know if this is actually saving. You see this else save? This is a bit scary. Why we don't save here? Well, maybe because this guy is already saving stuff? I don't know. Okay, my suggestion is the following. We debug it, the server side, we reproduce exactly the problem, and we see where in the code this is coming from, right? Because we need to understand who is calling this function. Because whoever is calling this function should save the status of the removed item, but it seems it's not. If you add 1 to the left hand, will they be 2? Unfortunately not, because this information remains only in the database. No, you will only see 1, because it's only in the database. And so the next time you relog, so if you exit the game and then relog, that's the only time where the game will read the database entry that is left over, and it will start to show, right? That is why it's happening. Because I think that logically, so at runtime, everything does everything properly, but it forgets to remove the entry from the database. I think this is what is happening. I just have to wait. Yeah, it's taking some time to load up, unfortunately. There is a pretty bad bug because it's really generating items, right? So you are consuming items at runtime, but the database is keeping them. So it is very bad. You are generating... So people can become millionaire this way, right? In the game. So they can consume sell the fishes and then fish again, right? Without spending any money on the baits. Now the baits are not really costing a lot, but still, it's like producing infinite baits. It's true that you have to consume them to actually generate the bugs, so you cannot just sell them, right? But yeah. Okay. So let's do this. Let's move. Oh fuck, we are already in the... because I didn't delete. But it's okay, in the sense that now this situation is anyway a possible situation, right? So I have one bait in my left hand and I have 23 here, right? So yeah, it's okay. We can proceed from here. So we can... What? So we can fish normally. It's dark because it's night. We can fish normally and we can let the fish escape so we consume the bait, right? It's strange that we didn't hit yet the... we hit it now. Okay, remove item index. So we need to understand who is... Consume the bait. Client inventory, remove item. So what we need to understand is if this thing is actually saving to database or not. And probably the answer is not, right? This is not saving. This is probably not saving. So this remove item is only a logical item removal. And we can just easily, right, find it in the code in other places. So if I search any other place where I have remove item, like for example this one, right? I'm saying, is there a save at the end or something? Items are not currently given to merchants, so they are just destroyed. Get base stats. There is a remove instance actually here. This is probably not the best example. Character inventory, remove item. Remove item, inventory slots, stack counts. I don't see here a save though. Work container, add to get item, add to container, start auto work. I'm searching other examples where we use the same function, trying to understand if there is the need. Easy case is to stack compatible items. Because when is removing the stack, it works. Is when he removes the item fully that it doesn't work, right? But it seems that the remove item is actually called properly. I mean, it seems that is self-sufficient, right? I don't see any save or anything else in these other parts of the code that is using remove item. Remove items from slots and destroy it. Remove item. It is also doing a destroy though. It is doing an additional destroy. And here is the same. So there are two places where remove item is followed by a destroy. But it's not always the case. But here is an exchange. So an exchange is slightly different. An exchange is slightly different, but how do you know that you have to destroy the whole item? The funny thing is, it's saved to database except if there's only one left. Yeah, he's not removing the full entry, right? So he's updating the stack count, but he's not, which is very strange. It's very strange. I don't understand why this happens actually. Let me see. Consume the bait, right? Character slot left hand. Container nothing, count 1. So this all makes sense. We can follow the code and see what it's doing. So this thing is going here and is searching for the item index, which basically is the inventory slot where this is, right? Sorry, the item that is contained in the left hand, right? So here we get the item in the left hand, and then here we are asking to remove the item index, right? Remove item index. And here we get this, we get remove item from blah, 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 right? And this one, we actually see it in the log. We should see it in the log somewhere, right? In theory. Yes, no, maybe. Not really, I don't know why, but anyway, we should be seeing that. But anyway, fine. So this should be print out, I assume. And here we are in remove item index, right? Then no, wait a second, I'm messing up. This is not the stack. Wait. Messing up. We are here and now we are here. Okay, we didn't print it out yet, right? Okay, so we can move on. So we move on and we print. Did he print it or no? Please. Yes. Remove one item from slot item ID 157. Okay. Then here I have no idea what he's doing, but he's probably trying to find it in the inventory. Right? Probably trying to find it in the inventory. He actually finds it. And then he's saying default -1 is to drop all the stack. Okay, we have a count of 1, so in this case it's not the full stack, right? But this is okay. I mean, in our case it is the full stack, but it is just checking that the item has the proper stack count. Then we have this shit that unfortunately we skipped. I don't know if this is the problem, but I don't see. I don't think so. Now here is checking if our count equals to the stack count, right? And the answer should be yes, hopefully. Yes, the answer is yes, right? So he recognized there is only one item in our inventory and he has to remove one. So we are removing a full stack. We are checking if we are in storage. We are not in storage. And so we print this out, right? We print, oh, we are removing item blah, blah, blah. From inventory, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We print this, easy. Now, take out of inventory master list. Take out of inventory master list. Yeah, what I don't understand is why we don't save anything here, man. Because remove at is an Unreal Engine. It's just an array function, right? So it's just removing. Here it's just removing from an array, right? So it's just a logical removal, right? This is just a logical removal. So it's doing that, then it's updating my encumbrance, but this is not doing anything, right? So this is just calculating the weights, and I mean it's not really doing anything. Then it's doing this, it's doing update inventory status. And update inventory status. What the hell this is doing? This scares me a bit. Updated, we're gonna array to compensate index shifting. Equipment slot index. This part scares me a bit, but inventory status. Inventory status. Update inventory status is a key. Well, we can follow it maybe, but yeah, let's follow it. Oh fuck! He executed it without. Wait, no. Ah, shit. Okay, I pressed the wrong key. He's checking just if he's equipped. Wait a second. Update inventory status. Because he's equipped. This will return true, this will return true. Because the left hand is actually something where you can equip stuff. And why is doing this? No, that is super bad. I think that is the problem. He's assuming that is all well, but in what? No, but I don't understand what is this thing. I don't understand why we call this at that moment, right? Why? Update inventory status. So here we removed the full stack, right? Here we remove the full stack. So why you have to do an unequip? Because I think it's this unequip that is actually changing the status on the database by moving it in your or not. I think there is a bit of a mess because that slot, left hand, right hand, is usually used for weapons and gloves and all stuff that you can equip and unequip. And I think that this call on update inventory status is actually working properly if is one of those items, but in this case is not, because we are actually consuming the item. And so the code is confused. The code is not ready to. But still, you know, if you do a remove index, why you should assume that is an unequip, right? That's very weird logic. So if basically what this code is saying, oh, if you remove an item and is in your left hand, equal is an unequip, right? But okay, let me do something. Let me redo it 1 second, and I want to understand exactly what is going on here, because I think that's the problem. I don't know exactly how to fix it though, because it's a bit weird. So so you see that now, now we are in this situation. We have 23 in the inventory and 1 in the left hand. So we are in the same situation. It's fine. It's fine. No, why I'm launching the client twice? No. No. Don't do it. I think it's a confusion between the equip slot and a normal consume slot. That is not something that we have thought about it at the beginning, because it was actually not possible to consume any items in that slot, and I think the code is The code is not ready for this. The code is not ready for this. Because here is evidently going into this branch, which is when you remove all, while when we just remove a part of the stack, right? We go here and this part works because it's actually doing split stack and then it's doing a save, right? And this is why it works when he's removing just a piece of the stack, right? Because he's doing split and save. While here has a very weird logic. Has a very weird logic because he's saying, oh, are we removing everything? Yes. Are we in storage? No. We are removing from there. Okay, we remove the item logically, so actually this actually works because we are removing the item logically. But then, and we update the encumbrance, it's fine. But then here, let me see what this is doing, huh? Update inventory status for item, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I think that is a keep that will say yes. In fact, it says yes. It says yes, right? So it's thinking that that item is a kept. Well, actually, I mean, it is a kept. It's in your left hand, but... And so what it's doing is doing this unequip. And this unequip, I think is a bit weird because it's not meant to unequip, but let's see. Let's see what this is doing. Updating equipment array. Well, that is okay because it is just saying, because we keep a separate array with all the equipped items because it's just faster access. So in reality, this is not really a problem. Yeah, it is not really a problem. This is not a problem. Because actually we have the 157, right? We have the 157 equipped in the left hand. So it's okay if he removes it from here. I think he will remove it from there. And I think it's perfectly fine. Right? Yeah, he removed it. It's fine. So this is fine. This is very weird because he's sending out a message that you are like consuming an item, but you are unequipping an item, but it's fine. This will not cause any trouble, right? This will not cause any trouble. 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 So in reality, this function does really nothing. Right? It does nothing for our problem, right? It does nothing for our problem. Now, this is doing nothing, this is doing nothing, this will be skipped. And so we are back here. Now, here is a bit scary though, because here I don't understand what this means. Update keep an array to compensate for index shifting. Holy shit. Inventory keep count. So is looping through all the slots of my inventory. Because if I removed it in the middle, but I don't think that this is a bit weird, but I don't think that this is actually doing anything to our problem, right? And now the question is, at the moment, right? At the moment, did we delete this entry? No, we didn't, right? So if I run this again, right? It didn't change anything in the database, 0. It didn't change anything. 0. So this will do nothing. I think we can just keep it, and unfortunately this is doing a freaking, but anyway. And that's it. It's doing nothing else. So it's basically not changing the database. It's not changing the database. It's not saving it. I don't understand why we are not saving it. I mean, consider that this piece of code runs for everything in our game, right? So in our game had millions of transactions, right? So what I'm thinking is, how it is possible that we do a removal and we don't save to database, or even better, we do a removal and we save to database only when we split the stack, and not when we remove from the inventory completely, right? This is a complete mystery to me. Or I changed this function recently and I messed it up, but I don't remember changing this function. I really don't remember changing this function recently, so I think it's very unlikely. But you know what is strange is, like, if I think probably this function was not designed to be used this way. But it's super weird that is saving only when you are reducing the stack, and is not saving when you are removing the full item. That is super weird. That is like impossible. And if you look at the documentation, it says, if we look at the documentation, it says the one true way to remove an item or split a stack from inventory. Other removal function, all find the index and call this function, right? And then I think I changed it, because if I, or is this part, right? But this part will not find the exchange. We are not in exchange mode, so this will not do anything. I cannot, you know, understand how this may work. Now for the other case, now it's maybe not called from many places, I know. Let me see in the code, remove item index, right? Remove item index. But it's called in some places, right? Like here is called, but then you have a save. Here is called and then you have a save. Here is called and whatever, it's just returning. Remove item ID. You know my problem is that this function is so much at the core of everything that I'm super scared to change it. Because if I change it and then all the inventory is fucked up, is a problem. That is the one that we were looking at. So for example, here it does remove item index and then it really does a destroy, right? It really does a destroy, and I think that destroy is probably saving, I assume. Yeah, delete from database, right? So you see that it looks like because in one case it returns the PS item. So the logic is that if he returns the item, then wait a second, maybe there is this logic which is not explained here. Maybe there is a logic that is not explained. Wait, let me see what he returns. Returns null, returns null. But here we are returning the current item. And here we are returning the new item. So no, I mean, in both cases we are returning something, right? If we split the stack or if we just destroy the item. But Let me see all the instances of this. Remove item index, transfer item. Transfer item, get stack count. Check if the tag on the tribe doesn't know under perception. Transfer item, destroy. Ah, look at this. I think the item is never deleted, so I added this. You see? So it looks like I already found a similar problem in the past, and it is Unreal Engine added, right? So it is added when we ported to Unreal and when I did some tests. So it looks like this function was already not deleting stuff, right? And here I was trying, now the only, I think my problem is, if I change it now, right? And then we try to delete it again, right? That will really be a problem, I think, because we are trying to delete it twice. Now this ID is unique, so, but you will get this error, right? You will get this error. You will get this error. So I get the question is, should we patch? Should we patch this function? Okay, let me watch this function in our old code. Let me do this because I want to see if I remove something or. So here we are inside PS character inventory, which is still inside bulk objects, right? So I'm going to the old code, and I want to see PS character inventory. I want to see if it was always like that, right? And we are searching this function. Remove item index. Obviously there will be that part not commented out, I guess. The one that I commented for laziness. Removal item in a stack, right? It is the same code. Here is our save, right? It is in the when we change the stack. But here inventory delete index. Update inventory stat. No, it's the same. It's the same. This function has never been changed in Unreal. It's never been changed in Unreal. It's never been changed. So you've always been like this. That could be it. I think this code has always been wrong. Now, there are only two cases where we consume items from that slot, right? Which is when we are using the bow and when we are fishing. Now, it would be interesting to see if when I use the bow, I have exactly the same problem, right? Or not. Because again, I'm super careful in changing this function. I don't want to, basically if I can, I would prefer not to change it at all. Because this is working on the inventory of the people and it's so much better if we don't, right? If we don't mess up with it. If we don't mess with it. So, but that is the problem, 100%, right? In our case, that's the problem. So the problem is that the database is never changed. Do we have a bow or I need to get a bow? We have a bow. Okay, nice. Okay. We have a bow. Didn't we say that the bow should have been in one? Okay, anyway. So if I have an arrow, okay, that is my ammo. Now the problem is that I cannot shoot anything because there is no, shit, there are no monsters. You know what I can do? I can drop something like this and make it attackable so we can shoot it. But maybe let me make it day because it's so dark. What was the bug on the old game and no one could know about it? No, because in the old game, I mean, fishing was not there, right? Fishing was not there. I added it to Unreal, so fishing was not there. Now, shooting bows was there, but I think it was so bad that probably very few people used it. I mean, it's still bad, by the way, but... Mystique, not bad, but anyway... They are not perfect. So if I make this portable sack attackable... Can I make it bigger as well, just for fun? Can I scale it 333? Ah, I can. Look at the power of our code. Okay. So if I make it attackable with, I don't know, 1000 HP... This thing should show now as an attackable. You see, now it's red, so it shows as an attackable item. So if I want to shoot with my... Uh-oh, I think I already shot. Okay, nice. I think I already shot because I misclicked. So my... Okay, my arrow... You see that my arrow is gone? But now we see in the database, right? We see in the database if it's really gone. And I think it will not. It is gone. It is gone. So for the arrow works. Why? For the arrow works. So we're probably not using the same, we are probably not using that function then. We are probably not using that function. Can we copy the function then from the bow and just use that so that we can consume one or... Ammo. Pick the first ammo. Pick the first ammo. Is it a quiver? Attack out of ammo. We need to understand when we use ammo. Use ammo type. Use ammo type. Attack out of ammo. Remove. Okay, easy. Remove the used ammo. Remove the used ammo. Used ammo, attacker data. Inventory, remove item ID. Count one. Yeah, but you see that here is doing destroy. Here is doing destroy. So it's checking if the item returned is there or not. And if it's there, it just destroys it. We don't have this line in our code. We don't have it. We don't have it. I think we just need to add this line. Remove item ID. But remove item ID is not the one that we were using, no? We were using remove item index. No, remove item index is inside remove item ID. Yeah, exactly. No, we were calling the same we are calling the same function. The difference is that we don't do destroy when the item is returned. But that's super risky though. If you are destroying an item when we return the stack, we said that no, that's not possible. So when we split the stack, do we return the item or not? Yes, we do. I mean, if you destroy this item, it's super bad. What the fuck? We return the item. Huh? No, that's not correct. Wait. Arrow. Let's have 2 arrows. Let's have 2 arrows so that we don't delete the item, right? So we don't delete the item, and then I want to shoot, and then I want to see here after this return what happens, right? And if it does the destroy, we have another problem. We have an additional problem. Okay, is returning the item. Ah, what is a different part of the code though? Remove item ID. Do we have 2 remove item ID? Huh? Bro, return the item. Oh no, UID 0. Iron arrow. Why UID 0? Ah, because it's a new item. Because it's a new item. Ah, it's a new item because it's not saved yet. So delete from database will... Ah, because UID is 0. Because it's a new item. So when he's splitting the stack, he's returning the new item on the stack that is not yet saved to the database. And so the destroy doesn't do anything. Oh my god, that is like brain stuff. Yeah, but it's super... I don't like this code. It's so cryptic, right? It's so cryptic. It's so cryptic. Yeah, so in the same way we can call the destroy. So the takeaway of this is that in the same way, it will do exactly the same. So also in our code, we can just call the destroy and it will work. That is what it is. I think I'm safe enough now to do it. Was not super safe before, but I think that now I'm safe enough. I can do it if I can find the function that was calling this. Maybe I will never find it again. I have it here. No, I don't have it here. Was the remove item index? No, was the remove item in the... Come on, I'm going back, but I debugged it so many times that we never go back in the right place. It will take me like 3 days. Yeah, we're always there. Okay, remove item. We're back again. Okay, see. Calculate fishing difficulty, right? And by the way, it's not even the same function though. Because remove item is one thing. Remove item ID. So we are anyway using 2 slightly different functions. Yeah, we are using 2 slightly different functions. One is remove item ID that gets the item ID and the count. And here we are using remove item, which is giving the inventory slot. But both of them are calling the... So they are the same though, because they are both doing just a search of the item, then they are calling remove item index. So I think it's the same. So it's like if you are calling our remove... Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. So I think it's safe to say that... it's safe to say that we take... It's not really true that is item to remove though, because this function has a very strange return statement, right? So is returning null, is returning the stack item, the new stack item. So the return, this function is designed in a very, very, very weird way. Super cryptic, not transparent, impossible to understand. It's super weird, but we have seen it here again, right? Here he was doing destroy, you see? Old item, destroy. So let's call it old item. Now, I don't understand why though, in this code, he's saying if old item is not found, because probably here he was assuming that you would get... Kind of strange, huh? But at this point, I'm fairly confident that if we do this, it will be good. I'm fairly confident of this. And anyway, here we are changing the code only for the phishing. So I don't really have an issue with that. I think we are good here, guys. I think we are good. I think that is the fix that we were looking at. But still, I think this function should be changed. But this function is inside our inventory and is used in a million places. And so I think at the end we will never change it. We will never change it, but it's really badly designed. It's returning different things based on what it executes, based on the item. I don't know. It is super weird. It is super weird. Okay, let's recompile. Let's recompile that. Okay, recompiled. Which is nice. And do we want to exit? No, I don't think we need to debug it. I think at this point we just run it and just consume the thing and see how it works. I think it's fine. Obviously, we need to test the stack and the non-stack. So what we want to see is if yeah, at the moment we have just this stack. Okay, that's fine. Para-pa-pam, para-pam, para-pam. Probably we fixed it, huh? Also because the change is affecting only phishing. So if we mess up, you know, we mess up only phishing, which is better than changing a function that is working on the whole inventory. And it's potentially messing up everything, right? Okay, it's always night just because yes. Oh, we lost our portable sack because we are not loading items, but fine. So if I go here and I keep my fishing rod and I keep 23 23 baits. I mean, the split stack was working already, but let's test it anyway. Let's test everything. So I put the 23 in my left hand. Now the fish will arrive. We will ignore it. We will ignore it once. We will ignore it twice. The fish escaped. Okay. So now if I go here in the database and see what changed, I have 22 in my left hand and not 23, and there is still this stack because it was there from the beginning, right? And if I exit, this is what I see, 22 and 1. Okay, perfect. So this works, right? Now, if I put all the stack here, let me just see in the database what I see, but I mean, it's correct. I have 23, everything works. Now I get only one item, which was the one that was fucking up, right? I only put one item here. And we can triple check, that is okay. Yes, left hand, one item. And now we fish. And this is where the bug was showing, right? This is where the bug was showing, because it was visually gone from my inventory, but in the database, it was staying there. While now, it should be deleted. Okay, so if I exit, you see here is empty. But in the database, hopefully, is also gone, right? So you see this line? If I refresh, this line should be gone. Yes, and it is. We fixed it! Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed. So compared to this bug, now, guys, please don't do this, right? Don't put in a single ticket like 7 bugs, because it's so hard for me to, you know, every bug should have its own ticket, because like now I fixed a few of this and I don't know what to do with this ticket, right? I don't know. So I would say, please do not create a ticket with multiple bugs in it. Well, I would say, first of all, thanks for reporting and testing this functionality, because obviously it was very helpful. But please do not create a ticket with multiple bugs in it, as it's harder for me to keep track of each piece. Anyway, we fixed, so number 1, after exiting fishing mode, this is fixed, right? So number 1 is fixed. Fixed, pending release. Number two, which is the skill jobs fishing contained statement. This one we still need to understand what to do. We still need to understand how we want to do it. So for now is a temporary. So for now, consider it a placeholder. Consider the text a placeholder. Number three is this problem we just saw, right? And number 3 is fixed, pending release. So number 3 is fixed pending release. Now this guy added more stuff in the comments. So number 4, when a character runs out of bait, he gets a warning message after casting the line. Yeah, true. When a character runs out of bait, he gets a warning after casting the line. Yeah, the reason of that is because casting the line is... Yeah, I know, but it's not easy for me to fix. I understand, but the way the code is structured... makes it this way and is kind of hard to change. So for now, unfortunately, we will leave it as it is. We will leave it as it is. Number 5. Today I've discovered another awareness in fishing. I have run out of all types of bait in my inventory. I returned to it. I've tried to sell. None of them had an option to purchase bait for anything food preparation. So I proved I had no bait with me. After I cooked 3 types of bait, I arrived to the lake and I keep my fish rod. The landfill was full of... Yeah. This is the same problem that we... 5 is equal to 3. 5 is the same root problem of 3. And so is fixed pending release. Right? Now there is another 5a. Update to 5. Update to 5. There is also 5b. Oh my god. After running out of all I ever started the game is a miracle. Left in end, it was empty. Yeah. That is the same problem. 5 and 5a and 5b. What is it? After cooking 3 types of bait, you didn't find one. Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. And 5b are the same root cause of problem 3, and so is fixed pending release. Oh my god, there is also a 6. The deterioration of fishing rod and reel makes no effect on fishing success. The tool does not get distracted after reaching 1 out of 50 quality value. I understand. There is a good one. I think we should actually fix it. Do we want to fix it now? I mean, we can try. So basically what this guy is saying is that all our items have a quality index, right? And this is the maximum quality 50, and this is the current one. So this fishing rod has been used, and so it's going down in quality, right? If you reach a quality that is kind of low, like I don't know, 5, assuming that this works as expected, yeah, you see it becomes red, right? It becomes red like if it's broken. I mean, it's not broken, but this one is nearly completely broken, right? Because it's 5 quality out of 50. So what this guy is saying is that this value at the moment does not affect the fishing. Now, what I'm thinking is, do I want that to affect the fishing? Do I want that to affect the fishing? Do I want that to affect the fishing? Because I don't know, right? You know what is the problem? Is that if we have this affect the fishing, it will happen immediately. So after the first fish you get, this will become like 49.5, right? And I think it's very annoying that the second fish you catch, right, because this is 49.5 out of 50, the second fish you catch is already lower quality. I find it super annoying, right? I find it extremely annoying. So maybe what we could do, we could say that if the fishing rod is less than 20% or 10%, you basically cannot use it. So it will just say, sorry, tool is not good enough, replace it. That to me makes more sense. So maybe what we can do, So maybe what we can do, now the problem is finding where the hell that is, but I mean, should this be true for all the tools? Because I have kind of the feeling that this should be only when read, yeah. I have the feeling that this should be probably done for everything, right? That below a certain value, it just doesn't allow you to use it anymore. I think it would make a lot of sense. But fishing tool equipped. It's not very easy to find in our code. It's not very easy to find. It's not very easy to find. So it should be inside what? It should be inside Work Manager. Let me just check one thing. If I want to harvest, I think I'm not loading it. But if I want to dig with a pick of 0 quality, can I? I don't know if it's a great idea. I don't even remember when it becomes red. I think it becomes red at 20%. We have to go and search, I don't remember. Probably at 20%. 20%. 20% seems to be a bit high to actually make it completely unusable. But where is freaking checking the... It should be here, but I don't see it. Tool item, tool item, tool item, tool item, tool item. Validate the category of the tool. Check all the results. Okay. Tool item. Yeah, this will work for everything, right? If I do it here, it will work for every crafting, I mean, for every harvesting, mining, fishing thing. So if we add here, is to, if the tool is nearly broken, we do not allow usage. Now, how do we do this? We say if I mean, obviously tool item needs to be true, right? We assume that here we are always getting a tool, or no? No. It may be not. Do we use the tool item? No. Wait a second. No. Yeah. No, this is the right place. This is the right place. I just need to remember. We just need to decide the percentage. Kind of a major change if it's all the tools. Yeah, but I think yes, it is. But I think it makes sense. I mean, if the tool is nearly broken, maybe we can go 10%. We can say, do we have a broken, or do we have a quality? What? I don't think we have a broken. No, broken we don't have. But do we have a quality? I mean, for sure we have a quality. We have a get quality string. What is the get quality string? No, that is something completely different. I mean, we can do max quality divided by, right? And say we can do get item quality divided by tool item get max item quality, right? So if we are at whatever, if we are at 10 out of 100 will be 10%, right? Yeah. This is in percent. This is in this, yeah. So we can say if this is less or equal than 0.1. I don't know if I really want to do 0.1. Let me see what is the categorization of the colors. I think anyway people are already not using it, right? Because people, I mean, when you harvest, right, and you harvest with a tool that is broken today, you get lower quality mining, lower quality harvesting. So people just discard the tool. I think when it's at 50%, they probably all discard the tool already. So they just drop it to the ground and or whatever, they destroy it. So I think this change game-wise doesn't do any difference, because people are just not going to spend time harvesting with a tool that is broken. It's just making it more evident, right? And it's fixing fishing, because in fishing, I don't want... so at the end, I think it's just affecting fishing. Because it's just in fishing that I don't want the quality of the tool. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, look at which animation. So how do we determine the color of the thing? Should be in WD slot. Should be inside WD slot, I think. And there should be a quality something here. The problem is that this blueprint is fairly big, so current quality, max quality. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The problem is that we have a million of those. No, Jesus, I will never find it. Maybe here at the end. Set the stack. Find the correct icon. We are very close. Brush. But how do you Set up the tooltip if it's a glyph. It's not here? Strange. Strange. Very strange. Change color based on quality. I see. Is here. Change color based on quality. Okay. So we have a 25%. We have a 25%. Lower than 25% is red. I think lower than 25% is red. Okay, we can go with that. We can go with that. Between 25 and 50 is yellow, and then is green. I think we can go with 25. I mean, it's a bit harsh. I mean, it's a bit, you know, but... So let's say that minus than 0.25 corresponds to the red color on the icon. So if the tool is less than 25, we what do you mean if actor? I have to do this shit. Okay, well, let's do this shit. You don't have, let's say, your tool, your tool, we call it tool, yeah, we call it tool. Your tool is too damaged to be used. Chi-chi. Or is too damaged to fish. Oops, sorry. I just had an hiccup. Now, if the actor is not valid, right? Here we were just printing something on the console, but I don't really care. I mean, it's fine. Okay, let's see what happens this way. I mean, it's a kind of a big change in theory, but in practice it's not, because people are just not using broken tools. I mean, it may be new players, right? Maybe you may say, oh, if I'm a new player, I don't care. I just go and mine until there is something. But you know, this motivates people to repair weapons or repair tools. I mean, repair tools, right? And so I think this is good, because they will see, oh, I need to go and find someone that can repair my tool. So I think I like the change. Okay, we recompiled. So we can close the ticket. If this works, we can close the ticket with number 6. I can say number 6. I would say I don't want the quality of the rod to affect the quality of the fishes, but because it doesn't really make sense, right? While it may make sense with a rock pick, right? That if the rock pick is all broken, you know, you actually get you actually hit worst. But with a fishing rod that is just used, right? I mean, it's not that you get a different fish, so. fish you catch, but I agree. But I agree, it cannot be used if broken. So I added a check for all the tools that if they are in red color, so nearly so 25% quality or less, well, less than 25% quality, less than, it's kind of funny they explain all of this. Probably this guy would never read it, but you get half the fish. Yeah, exactly. They're in red color, less than 25% quality, the tool cannot be used. I mean, I think that a rod, or it works or it doesn't work, right? There is no way that you get a lower quality fish. I mean, you just throw it, put a bait, and see what you get. So, okay. So if we break this, it is 49. So if we go out of 50, how much is 25% of 50? 25% of 50. So one fourth. So like 13.33333 or what? 15 divided by 50 divided by 4. Ah no, sorry, it's 12.5. Okay, 12.5. So if I go 12, this will become red. I have to move it because it's a GM function and we are not doing that. So this is red. So if I try to fish, it will tell me your tool is too damaged to fish. Fantastic. If I change it, no, I didn't want to look at it. If I want to, if I say 12.6, which is exactly above the thingy, this will become, I can also avoid keeping it, it will just work. You need some bait, okay. Yeah, but it already worked, right? Yeah, I can fish. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. I hope that this change doesn't disrupt too many other things. I mean, there are chances that this is actually doing a mess. If, for example, the anvil that we use at a blacksmith is not set up properly and he has a weird quality value because it's on the ground and we never consider the quality value, or he has a 0 value or whatever, but we will know very soon, right? As soon as we release this, people will say, oh, this tool is not usable anymore, so they will tell us. I think we should not be scared about this. I think it's fine. Okay, let me just copy this text, because if this times out, I have a problem. Yeah, exactly, just as I said. But I think you can submit it again. Repeated action. What was it? Fishing. Okay. It's good that I copied the comment because actually it was lost. And this one goes into fixed pending release. Let's go, boys. Oh my god, this bug was hard to fix. Yeah, but this was exactly what I wanted to fix for tonight. I think we are done for the evening because this is what I wanted to fix. Do we want to start something else? I don't know. Are there more fishing thingies or... Fishing. Mysterious appearance. It is the same, right? Mysterious appearance of fishing baits. There is another. Yeah, there is the original that I started to fix. So there is fixed pending release, which is very nice. So we fixed 2 bugs with one. We fixed 2 tickets. Harvest fishing. Cannot harvest fishing in the same place. What is this? If you are in a location that has both fishing and harvesting available. Oh wow. Do they exist? There is a feature request, by the way. It's not a bug, right? So it's just nice to have. If you successfully harvest an item and do not move, but switch for fishing, you get a warning saying you cannot fish in the same place twice, even if you have the fish in this location. Yeah, bro, I know, but I'm not gonna fix this. I mean, nice finding, but I would never fix this. It's perfectly fine. Then there was a quest. Okay, so I think with fishing we are good. Missing hotspots for package in helping Sorek. I was testing correction to inspect package blah 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 in the warehouse on the right going through the path. Of all the crates in the warehouse, there are 2 in the corner. Do not interact when right click. It says I cannot find a package with a given number. I'm assuming that one of them is the supposed targeting quest. No, you're not right. Because this package actually exists. It's just in a place. It's just placed in an evil place. And I will show you where is it. If I remember right, is at the back. Is misplaced. It's a misplaced package. Spoiler incoming. There is a spoiler incoming right now, my boys. So be careful. If you want to do this quest, don't watch. If you want to do this quest and you don't want spoilers, don't watch what I'm doing now. So if I remember right, she's telling you that it's in the warehouse, but actually it's not. It's been misplaced, and I think it's one of those, or if I remember right, yeah, this guy. Exactly. So this bug, we will close it. Close task will not fix, or not a bug. The package is there. Just search more. Yeah. The package is there. Separate baits in their own item category. That is a good request. So basically what he's saying to split the baits. My problem of splitting the baits in another category, because it's basically saying that all the baits at the moment are inside food preparations, right? What is saying? Fish bait is something you want to prepare in advance. Having those items classified as food preparation make this already a large category, substantially larger, and keeping a stock of different type of baits might be difficult. I propose to separate category for more convenience. I think it's a good suggestion. It was suggested only 10 days ago. Wow. The only problem is, I mean, is only the baits, or is also the ingredients of the baits? I think it's only the baits. I think we can do it. How many baits we have? Like 12? Or 9? I don't remember. I don't have it anymore. I don't have that anymore. Ah, yes, they are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 different type of baits. Holy moly, what I was smoking when I designed this? Yeah, so if there are, yeah, I agree. We should split them. We should split them, huh? Okay. Now, what happens if I split them? This is weird. Um, hmm. So no. So new fishing baits category. Now the only question I have is if we create a new category, please. If we create a new category, what implications he has? Like no one is selling anymore, right? But no one is selling them to my knowledge. I don't think anyone is, well, no, I think they are. I think someone is selling this. I'm pretty sure. Who's selling this? Because we have to change also the... No. No merchant. I mean, you can craft, but changing the category doesn't break the crafting. So as long as there are no merchants, no, this will never tell me. Food preparations. Yeah, no one is selling this. You can only make them. Okay, fine. So we can create a category, should be no problem. So we have to create a new category, like we did here. So we need to create a new category number 72. Item categories. I think it's a good suggestion. Let's just do it. Item category 72, yes. So 72, we call it fishing baits. And then this becomes 72. And then we do update item stats. Update item stats. Set item category something. Item stats, right? The field is called item. No, it's called category ID. set category ID equal to 72, where ID in this shit, right? And I mean, we can already do it also in product. I think this one we can do also in production directly. I think we can do it in production. Do you think it's risky? I mean, it may be a bit risky, but no, I think it's okay. Why should be risky? We're just adding, I mean, the only thing is if I messed up the, but I don't think so. 18 rows, 1 row. No, it's correct. It's correct. I mean, we can test it locally. We can test it locally and see, but I think it should be good. We can release it. We can release it when we do the update. Maybe not now. I don't like doing changes in production on the fly like that. Mainly when it's nearly midnight. Right? Like now. Anyway, I'm happy about the fixes we did tonight. Very nice. Fixing bugs is always satisfactory. So I have my baits, and now if I click on the bait, it will tell me category fishing bait. Do slash item. This category starts to be a million, but it's better that they are more than just one category with a million items. Fishing baits. There it is, with our 18 fishing baits. Now I don't have I don't have a 3D item for the bait, so unfortunately it's just this sack, right? But fine. These are all the baits. Fantastic. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Exactly. Done. Okay, so also this ticket is fixed pending release. Easy. Easy fix. Easy fix. Range combat mode, exit cursor bug. When in combat mode with a bow, the cursor changes. That's okay. The problem comes when we exit from combat mode. The mouse pointer comes, but also a circle from the combat mode remains. Ah, yes, I know this one. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, this needs to be fixed. Yeah. But anyway, makes sense. It makes sense. Obtaining familiar with the wrong achievement. Okay, we'll see. I have to go, guys. I have to go, but yup, I think it was good. We fixed some stuff, and it's always nice to fix stuff. After you add some bugs, you remove some bugs. That's how it goes. So we have to think a bit what to do next. We can do more bug fixing. We can go through this list of tickets. By the way, thank you to all the people that are reporting the bugs. It is super useful because I don't have the time to play the game, and so I cannot really see the bugs. And this seems to be an interesting one. Getting overloaded while digging makes the digging animation continue. Ah! Yeah, I have to change this. At the moment, overweight is a mode. Is a basic mode like flying, walking, running, and I have to change that because it doesn't make sense that overweight is a status, is a mode, and it doesn't make sense. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and have a good night. If you want to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that is very nice of you. We are missing only 3 people to 900 followers. Please do not create another account just to reach it, because we want to have real followers and not fake followers. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow evening. I mean, this week should be fairly straightforward, so I should be here every evening. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday should be all good, right? 9:30 p.m. European time as usual. Remember also, if you want to play our game is available for download in our webpage, and you can download it for Windows, Linux, and Mac. We need more Mac testers, so if you are a Mac user, would be very nice if you could play it and see if it works for you. Okay. That's it. I will see you tomorrow evening.